Hello, welcome back to another video on astrology. This video is a continuation of the series Karma and Astrology. Already done part 1 and part 2, and this is part 3. In part 3, I have promised to discuss under a special heading or topic, planets do not control us. I have already done this video on YouTube, planets do not control us, and there were a lot of questions about this because as an astrologer I've been using the planets, the positions of the planets in the horoscope all these years, and yet I have told that planets do not control us. What else are the planets doing in your horoscope? So I'd like to rephrase the statement, planets are indicating our karma. So there's a big world of a difference between indicating and controlling. For example, the speedometer in your car indicates the speed of your car but does not control the car. This watch does not control time, it just indicates time. Another 10 minutes to go to 6 at 6 p.m. here. And in this clock, in this watch, there are three needles or hands, the hour hand, the minute hand and the second hand. These three together reveal the time. Separately, they will not be able to reveal the time because only the hour hand is not enough or the minute hand is not enough. Everything has to be there. In the same way, what is your karma is not indicated by just one planet in your horoscope. It is indicated by 9 planets plus the ascendant. At least to put it bluntly, just about 10 needles or 10 hands in a clock called the horoscope. The whole world uses the clock, but the clock is not controlling the events. For example, everywhere in this world, around 9 o'clock there is a heavy rush because people have to get to the office, and at 5 p.m. there is a rush back to home. Now if you look at it, you may even think that the needle in the clock as it comes here is pushing all the people to the office or all the people to their homes. But we all know that is not the truth. We are using the handles in the clock to just know it, what's the time. And that's all. So what is there in your life is just whatever is the cause for the events in your life is just karma, and that is the only factor that controls you and not the planets. But somehow the planets seem to have got into a position in such a way that it indicates your karma. We take the birth in accordance to our karma in such a way that the planets reveal what is our karma. This is exactly what has been said in Brihat Parashara Horashastra, where we are told that Mahavishnu kept the planets in such a way that they will reveal the destiny of human beings. So, but the next question is, then in that case, why should we do remedies in connection to the planets? We say that this planet is hot and this planet is cold, or this planet is Saturn, and then if Saturn is afflicting you, you need to do such and such things on Saturdays or 8th or 17th or 26th. How did we come to, how do we understand this kind of logic? Because we have just now said that the planets do not control us, then what are we doing when we are trying to please the planet? When we say make the planet your friend, try to befriend the planet, please the planet, donate to the planet, donate the items concerning the planet. How do we connect this kind of reasoning to our horoscope? In part 1 of this series Karma and Astrology, I have already mentioned my experience in school, and I have discussed that I did not do well in one subject, Hindi. In case you haven't seen this video, please kindly see it, because until you see part 1, this is not going to make any sense to you. So in that video, I have already mentioned that I am weak in Hindi. So the solution was go and meet a Hindi teacher. But the teacher is not actually controlling my marks. I am actually controlling my marks. I am the one who has to either get good marks or poor marks. But when I say please the teacher, it is told in a different context. That means you go and start attending the classes. So whatever the sins we have committed in the past life, that sin is connected to a particular planet. And when we say please the planet, it is not actually please the planet, it is actually do something to reverse the sin that you have committed in your past life. If I have committed a sin in Hindi, then I have to do the remedies in such a way that that sin is cancelled. So you ask me to go to a Hindi teacher and get rid of the problem. In the same way, whatever is related to the planet is actually not related to the planet, but it is related to that type of activity that is related to the planet indirectly. So suppose Mars, the injury planet, is indicating injury. It does not mean that Mars is after you and Mars is trying to injure you in this life by people will say that it wants your blood. So it's actually not that way, but it is karma wants it back. And so when we say please Mars or flatter Mars or do some remedy connected to Mars, it actually means why don't you work on this problem, on this issue that you have, or this sin that has been committed by you in your past life. Let's say you wounded a lot of people, you hurt a lot of people, and so in this life it will come back to you in the form of having to go through surgeries. And in no way is Mars connected to it, but Mars is indicating this. So though we use the planets in the horoscope, it is not at all controlling you. To know the speed of the car, we always look at the speedometer. Whenever we drive a car, we have an eye on the speedometer because the speedometer indicates the speed of the car. And this is a very useful information because we can always adjust and lower our risk, or we know what we're doing. Without the speedometer, it gets very difficult. In the same way, we are also looking into the horoscope to know where we are going and what we are doing, etc. But in no way can you accept that, should you accept that the speedometer is the cause of the speed of the car. This is quite easy to understand. We have come to the end of this video. In case you have any doubts, please type them out in the comment section. And whenever I find the time, I'll answer them for you. And see you soon in my next video.